The chisel slips from trembling hands. Blood drips onto fresh stone. The final message is carved, the sky burns. The waters turn black. We are the last. Then, silence. An entire civilization vanishes without a trace. This is the story of Akrotiri. Not the famous one on Santorini. The other Akrotiri. The one they don't want you to know about. It was 627 AD. The Byzantine Empire was at its height. Trade routes crisscrossed the Mediterranean. And on a remote island near Crete lived 50,000 souls who would disappear in a single day. Archaeologist Dr. Maria Stavros made the discovery in 1987. She was excavating what she thought was a simple fishing village. Instead, she found something that would shake the archaeological world to its core. The preservation was impossible, she later wrote. It was as if time had stopped at exactly 3:17 p.m. on August 15, 627 AD. How did she know the exact time? Every sundial in the city was frozen at the same moment. Every water clock showed identical readings. As if 50,000 people had vanished in an instant. But it wasn't the sudden disappearance that haunted Dr. Stavros. It was what they left behind. Carved into every building. Scratched into pottery. Etched into jewelry. The same terrifying messages, over and over, the watchers have come. The old gods return. The sea bleeds. We should never have opened it. Opened what? The answer lay in the city's center. A massive temple, unlike anything from the Byzantine period. The architecture was wrong. Ancient. Pre-human, almost. And at its heart, a perfectly circular chamber with walls covered in symbols that don't match any known language. Dr. Stavros's team found evidence of a ritual performed on that final day. Animal bones arranged in complex patterns. Obsidian knives still stained with blood. And in the center of it all, a stone altar with a circular depression. Something had been removed from that depression. Recently. The breakthrough came when they found the final chamber. Hidden beneath the temple, accessible only through a narrow shaft. Dr. Stavros descended alone. What she found changed everything. Hundreds of clay tablets. Written in perfect Byzantine Greek. The real story of what happened that day. The tablets told of strange lights appearing in the sky 3 months before the disappearance. The sea around the island turning an unnatural shade of red. Fish washing up on shore with extra eyes. Children speaking in languages that had been dead for millennia. The island's priests became convinced that an ancient seal had been broken. Something had been released. Something that had been contained since before recorded history. The final tablet was different. Written in a frantic, desperate hand, we tried to send them back. The ritual failed. They are coming for us all. May God forgive us for what we unleashed upon the world. If anyone finds this, do not seek the seal. Do not try to understand. Some doors should never be opened. That tablet was dated August 15, 627 AD. 3:17 p.m. Dr. Stavros published her preliminary findings in 1988. The archaeological community was skeptical. Carbon dating confirmed the age. Linguistic experts verified the inscriptions. But the story was too fantastic. Too impossible. Then came the cover-up. The Greek government suddenly classified the site. Access was restricted. Dr. Stavros's funding was cut. Her research was sealed. Official records listed the site as geologically unstable and off-limits. Dr. Stavros tried to speak out. She gave one interview to a small archaeological journal in 1991. She mentioned finding something else in that final chamber. Something she hadn't included in her reports. A modern object that shouldn't have existed in 627 AD. A week later, she vanished. Her apartment was cleaned out. Her research notes disappeared. The university claimed she had taken a sabbatical. No one has seen her since. But here's what they didn't count on. Dr. Stavros had made copies. Hidden them. And before she disappeared, she sent them to a colleague. That colleague has finally spoken. The object Dr. Stavros found wasn't from 627 AD. It was modern. A military device. Experimental. With markings that suggested it came from a black project dating to the 1950s. The implications are staggering. What if the Akrotiri disappearance wasn't ancient history? What if it was a test? A dry run for something larger? The site remains sealed. The research buried. Dr. Stavros is still missing. But sometimes, fishermen report strange lights over that area of the Mediterranean. The same kind of lights described in those ancient tablets. What really happened to 50,000 people in 627 AD? What did they unleash? And why are the world's governments so desperate to keep it secret? Some mysteries are buried for a reason. Some doors should never be opened. But once you know the truth, there's no going back. If this story disturbs you, you're not alone. Subscribe for more hidden histories they don't want you to know. Because the past isn't dead. It's waiting.